Hi, good afternoon, family. I hope this finds you well. This is a Kendall, also known as Brooklyn Butterfly, coming to you with a quick video, or at least that's my intention. I intend for it to be quick, but we'll see how this goes, right? Now, it has been a while since I've done videos like this. Um, I used to have my videos on my YouTube channel, and I think that they're still there, but I really didn't pursue it at that time because life be lifing, right? But I really want to get back in the swing of things, and I feel like what better time to do it than now? Because, as the prophet says, every evil spirit is moving, and I wanted to share some information with you all, right? So I submitted a post earlier today saying that the shadow work is shadowing and the triggers are definitely triggering right now. And with us in the middle of this Pisces full moon and lunar eclipse, is bringing up a lot of emotions. And I made a video about that maybe a few days ago. Um, but I don't really know how well it was received or if, anybody really even watched it. But be that as it may, let me just say, at this particular time, we're being faced with a lot of our shadows. And by shadows, I mean a lot of things that we have suppressed, a lot of things that we think that maybe we have dealt with, um, that somehow is resurfacing because we didn't really fully deal with it. And so this is our opportunity to finally um, really take a deep dive and make a fair assessment on the things that we are experiencing, the things that we have been suppressing, and the things that we just really don't want to deal with. And with this eclipse coming up, well, eclipse season, because after the Pisces eclipse, next month will be the Libra eclipse, right? And so, with that coming up, it's going to bring up a lot of feelings, a lot of ruminating thoughts, and things of that nature. So, let me just tell you about my day, right? So that you'll get a better understanding of why I decided to make this video. So I rose today and I said my prayers, like I do every day. And, I'm really excited because I finally signed up for a Pilates class. It was an introductory class nonetheless, but I wanted to try it out to see if this is something that will be a good fit for me. And so, yeah, so I'm really excited. I'm speaking positive affirmations. I've got my mantras going, and I'm really feeling good. I went to go make a stop earlier, and on my way to make my stop, I bumped into a young lady who I've known or I've been acquainted with for quite some time since she was a child, but she's going through some things right now. And she hugged me. And normally I wouldn't feel any kind of way about it because she usually carries a really good energy. But as of late, it hasn't been really good. And so I felt like, mm, I want to show her love because just because she's going through something, that doesn't mean that she isn't deserving of love, right? But I still felt like, I don't want to get no bad energy on me. So when I walked away, I sprayed myself, right? With a cleansing spray that I keep with me. because we're amongst many different people throughout the day, and you really have to learn how to protect your energy. All right. And so, I was like, all right, good. So I'm going about my day, and then some man tries to approach me, and he's really erratic, and there's nobody behind me, so he's speaking directly to me, and he's coming towards me, you know. And so I'm just trying to ignore him and go about my day, but he's trying to get closer to me. Um, and so I'm like, what is going on? I was like, they out here. They're really out here. And so, continuing on with my day because, I'm about to go to this class and, I'm about to start. This is going to be a good thing for me. And so I get to the bus. The bus doesn't come as it's scheduled to come. So I go in the store, I sit and I wait. And about 5 minutes before it's about to pull off, I go outside. And I'm standing in front, well, excuse me, I'm standing behind the bus stop because there was so many people in front of the bus stop and, people sitting at the benches by the bus stop. And so I go and I'm standing there and I see a lady sitting there on the bench. And it looks like she's about to do like a selfie or a video. Um, and so I moved to the side so, she could do her thing. And she turns around and she looks at me. And she looks at me up and down real stink like. So I said, okay. And so, I move over just a little bit more. And then she looks at me again. And she looks me up and down like, that saying, if eyes could kill. So I look back at her. I know I probably shouldn't have entertained it, but test the spirit by the spirit, right? She was testing me, right? And I'm saying to myself, don't engage. But the ego got the best of me. And so I looked at her back. And so she looked at me. So now I'm standing in front of her and I'm like, and we're just doing this stare down. Forgive me. And so as we're staring at each other, I could see out my peripheral the bus change. So it's time to board the bus. And as I'm, going around from behind the bus stop to go board the bus, she said something. I was like, I don't even know what your problem is. No. I was like, F out of here. I was like, I was trying to do you a favor. I was moving out the way. I was getting out of your way because I saw that you was trying to, take a picture. You should know not to talk to strangers. I'm not the one. Girl, we on the right bus. This bus is going to the hospital and you're going to find yourself at the hospital. I was just like, ooh. And I could have entertained it, right? But I remembered what's going on. And then I thought to myself, well, if you entertain this, that means that she's controlling your emotions, number one, and two, you're not learning the lesson. So I get on the bus and I sit down. She's still talking. She's talking for like a good 5 minutes, and I'm like, yo, but Spirit, she's still talking trash. She talking big trash. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm just trying to collect my thoughts. And I'm like, what is going on? What is it? What is it? Whenever I'm facing something and it makes me uncomfortable or I feel like it's about to take me to a place that I've grown from, I want to know, like, what is it trying to tell me? And so I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I realize, as much as I think that I have it under control, I still have some work to do, for sure. Under any other circumstances, something like that wouldn't have even bothered me. I wouldn't have even entertained it, you know? And then all I could hear is like in the classes that I take, our grand governor repeating what the prophet said. And the prophet said, every evil spirit is moving. And then I started thinking back to the young lady earlier, and then to the guy who was just like trying to approach me. And I was like, my light must really be on right now, you know. And I just got to learn how to do better. So I think the moral of that story is as we are being tested in this season, some things are going to come up that we really need to deal with. We can no longer sweep it under the rug. We can no longer put it on the back burner or act like it doesn't exist, and we can't act like it doesn't bother us. It's our time now to say what we need to say. Instead of suppressing these feelings, we need to get it off of our chest so that it doesn't keep finding its way to us, because until we address the issue and dead it, it's going to keep finding its way back to us until we finally deal with it. So, if you find yourself being challenged, being triggered, or any of those things, take a moment, and sometimes it's hard to do when you're in the midst of it. But after that storm has passed, take some time to really think about why it is that it happened and what it is that that situation is trying to teach you, the lesson that it's trying to teach you. Yeah, I think that's what that is. So, I don't know if this resonates with anyone, but if it does, please feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll be back for another one, because this is going to be an interesting ride. Yeah, a lot of things are happening right now, and I think that we're being distracted to see how bad we want it. How bad do we want things to change for the better in our lives? And if we keep reacting the way we always react, we're going to keep getting the same old things. So, with that, I just want to say I wish you all well. I wish you all an amazing day. And until next time, you all have an amazing day. Bye for now.